Hello everyone and welcome back to a new episode of Not So Covered by the Media. I'm Isabel Flores, and today I'm going to be covering some stories that haven't exactly happened this week, but haven't received enough coverage in today's media, so I want to highlight them in this episode. With that, let's get right into it. Alrighty, so it's already been almost 5 months since we've been in quarantine, and with that, some places have already begun to reopen. Amongst these is the world-famous Walt Disney World. The theme park is at limited capacity and many visitors are still wearing masks to follow the CDC guidelines. However, it seems that coronavirus is not the only problem that Disney has had to face. On July 18th, a 27-year-old woman from Georgia was arrested at Disney World for smuggling in 2 guns and some marijuana in her child's diaper bag. Yes, you heard me right. 2 guns and some marijuana in her child's diaper bag. I guess she really wanted to enjoy those fireworks. I don't exactly know why she bought the guns, but I heard that sometimes Kylo Ren will pull up on you with his lightsaber, so I guess it's better to say safe than sorry. I hope you guys got that reference. Moving on. Universal Studios has just reopened as well and announced that Halloween Horror Nights for this year is officially cancelled. But that's not the only tragic news coming from Universal. A 9-year-old boy was found unresponsive on one of the Volcano Bay waterside attractions on June 14th. He was hospitalized but was quickly released the next day. I'm starting to think that these theme parks may have opened a little bit too early because this next story is even worse. A woman in France actually fell off a roller coaster to her death in an amusement park in Port-Saint-Paul, which is in Oise, which is approximately 50 miles north of Paris. The park staff immediately called for help, but the woman was pronounced dead at the scene. Her husband actually tried to catch her by her foot while she was falling, but to no avail. However, the amusement park was not liable for this tragedy because of the fact that she was reported to be acting inappropriately. Now, I'm not exactly sure what this means, I'm not gonna lie, but I would have to think that maybe, she wasn't strapped in right, or maybe she was flailing around when she shouldn't have been. I'm not sure. But either way, this is a tragic event that's happened, and hopefully this means that there will be more care put into the amusement park attractions, especially now that there's less people going to these parks. Now, of course, I'm not trying to scare anyone into not going back to these theme parks. Please just remember to make sure that you're being safe, not just for yourself and your family, but for others as well. And of course, the chances of you falling out of a roller coaster are very slim, so, but they're never zero. This next story is about the murder of a 60-year-old man in Austin, Texas by the name of Adelaido Urias. In Austin, Texas, Mr. Urias was attacked and shot by 3 men who have still not been found. According to Austin PD, his murder occurred at around 3:10 p.m. on June 23rd. Upon hearing about his merciless death, many individuals had to say only good things about Mr. Rudias. He was described as always being happy and being sweet to everyone he came across. He was known as a friendly neighborhood ice cream man and was actually saving this money to support his family in Mexico and eventually save up to build a home there. Austin PD is still looking into Mr. Urias' case. They have not even been able to find any camera footage that shows what happened to Mr. Urias and are relying on witnesses to come through and help. If anyone does know anything about the murder, I will be leaving Austin PD's info down below so that you can contact them. There's also been a reward set up by 5 organizations to make sure that Mr. Urias' murders are found. The total reward from these 5 organizations amount to $14,000, and the Greater Austin Crime Commission is already offering $10,000, so that's a pretty hefty reward. But hopefully Mr. Urias and his family will be able to find justice and receive closure by making sure that this case is solved. In other news, scientists have actually found that genetics can possibly play a part in saving coral reefs. As many of you know, coral reefs have been dying for years due to things such as pollution and even climate change. A new study conducted by Columbia University has found that genetic sequencing can actually help to uncover evolutionary differences in different kinds of coral. Ultimately, these findings can show which kinds of coral can adapt to warmer climates of water and which ones don't, and why. Ultimately, these findings can help to show which kinds of coral can adapt to rising sea temperatures and what we can do to make sure that other corals can do the same. Moreover, these findings will help to show what specific processes help coral survive in changing water climates. For example, coral bleaching is when rising water temperatures kill the thin layer of algae on top of coral reefs, therefore taking away the coral reef's color and nutrients because of the fact that the algae is responsible for providing the coral reefs with nutrients. When the algae dies, the coral turns completely white. Now, it can survive coral bleaching unless it's been a very prolonged period of time that the algae has been dead. Therefore, the coral dies as well. So thanks to these new discoveries, things like coral bleaching will probably be able to be more avoided in the future. Alrighty guys, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be back next week. Make sure to follow me on my social media so that you're updated with what I'm doing on my channel, because I have some really good stuff coming up soon. I do want to say that I will be leaving petitions down below for Mr. Urias, and if you guys do want to go sign that, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!